Hi everybody, thanks for checking in on the channel today. This is another episode on the Ducati Hypermotard restoration project. What I'm going to do is show you quicker on the bike now, the condition it's in, and what we're going to hopefully get done today is get it going, get the engine running and let it take over a little bit. Now I did actually start this the other week briefly and the oil filter was leaking, so I've ordered a new oil filter for it. We put the oil filter on so we can get it running quite a bit and see actually how the engine sounds. So here we go, quick ship around the bike, so you can have a quick look at it. So there's a Hypermotard, it's a Ducati, it's a 2008 model 1100S. It's got the O-rings on. I've took the covers off the belts as you can see to check that the belts weren't snapped. I took the spark plugs out, clean spark plugs, put them back in again, put some oil down the bore first before I did that, and I turned the engine over and it did actually turn over. Even though it's got a battery on, I put a booster pack on it. I'll show you a quick over on the bike. You can see the heavy corrosion of the bike. It's absolutely covered in corrosion. It's not the best, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to take the seat off and then I'll show you where the electrics are. I'll get a boost pack and I'm going to put the new oil filter on, and hopefully we can see if we can get it to run properly, like run a little bit, see how the engine sounds. Okay, so this is a little bit tricky because I'm trying to film it and hold it at the same time. If you can see in the hourglass there, oil inspection, the oil is actually coming up. We've got plenty of oil in. Okay, so what we're going to do is fire it over a little bit now, just let it run, just check it hasn't got no oil leaks on and see what happens. First hit the button, switch it on first, there we go, and we've got nothing. So I should say that's a power problem. Either one of the leads isn't right on or we've got power on the battery. Try again. Got a few lights on the dash, service lights on, EML lights on, fuel lights on. But overall it doesn't sound too bad apart from the fluff, so I don't know if that's supposed to sound like that. So if you've got any comments on that would be brilliant. Drop us a line, send a message, find out what's going on with it. So after 2 years of sitting, it actually starts up, which I'm quite surprised about. So the best thing to do now is we can then just check it's got no oil leaks, and then we can go around it again, have a quick look round, and then start the strip process of getting stuff off to get powder coated. Shot blasted, powder coated and what it needs. I'm just glad the engine runs, and hopefully we can get it sorted as quick as possible now. A little bit of idea now is now it's running, is to get it stripped down. We're going to take the back section off first. I can take it work and I can shot blast that with my little shot blaster at work, and then any little brackets I can do, little stuff. The frame I'm going to have to have it sent off and have it done, along with the swing arm. I'm going to have that sent off and done, but it runs and it isn't leaking oil and I'm really happy. I know it's got some lights on the dash, but the ML light we can sort that out after. It can be a sensor or something stupid like that, something silly, and then go from there. Okay, so what we've actually done then is we've actually took the 2 pins out here. They were really rusty, and the 2 pins out there. I'll show you the condition of the pins, but they come out. I was quite surprised like how rusty they were, but they've actually come off. And then this part here, a little bit of easing pulling through, pulls out. I'll show you the tank. And there you go, and that's the cover. So that's one bit I can actually start to flat it off, get it ready, prime it and repaint that part. and hopefully that should be okay then, so we can save that part. So I'm going to do it in a bag and put everything in a bag and save every bit, every part and every nut and bolt in bags with the panels that come off, so I know where they've gone. And then what we'll do now is I'll take the side bits off now, on the tank rads off, we'll take them off, and then jobs are good. As soon as we've done that, we can see what's actually going on and start getting the other bits of framework off. So as you can see now, I took this cover off here, and one of the actual lugs at the bottom was broken off, the plastic, which I'll have to repair the plastic. The frame's just got a little bit of surface rust on it there, as you can see, but nothing real major. The tank's really manky because it's been sitting outside. I've undone the pins on the other side, which I'm going to walk around and show you now. These come out really easy, really easy. You've got the two there, and you've got the one at the bottom here, that's the one that snapped off on the other side. Now, I've just loosened this off and pull it off, and that's not too bad a panel, that isn't. It's not bad at all, it's in good condition. You've got the little ECU there, and all the wiring that is a bit skanky, but once cleaning up, it's got little bits here where it's frayed through, but I don't think it's gone all the way through to the actual copper on the wiring. Frame's the same again here, so the best thing to do now is we'll get the bracket off here and get this off. I'm going to try to get this off here, let's get that off today. So that's my next one, is to get this one off and then get that one off. Okay, so we've made quite a bit of progress actually in the last 10 minutes. What I've done is took the trim off there, there's a screw in it, really rusty, but got it undone, and there's two velcro bits there that stick onto the top of there like that, and that just goes onto there like that. Screw goes in, undo the screw, take that part off. That's quite simple. There's a couple of screws in this here and place on the floor. There's one bolt there, one bolt there, one bolt there, one bolt there, and then there's just a multi-plug wiring connector underneath, as you can see there. It's quite straightforward. If you look at the multi-plug now, it doesn't look the best, does it? Let's just have a look a bit close on the multi-plug. It doesn't actually look the best. Okay, so that needs sorting out. I've undone the 4 pins off the exhaust here, so there's 2 there, and there's 2 on that side. Undone the bracket in the centre, and take the bracket off. So that's the next bit. Okay, as you can see from the video, I've took quite a bit off since we spoke, and what I've actually done is I've took the fuel tank off. Now, the fuel tank wasn't that hard to get off. The only thing I found was there's 2 things. The little clips that go underneath and all the wiring and the pipes on, they were quite dodgy to get off, quite stiff. But just ease them with a decent socket on and they'll come off. It's a torque socket, or Allen socket I think it was. I got the fuel pipes off, but the fuel that come out the tank looks like this. That was the actual fuel with bits of dirt and debris, and it smells of water, pure water. Which it will do because it's been standing. You've not started it. So I think the next thing to do now is I'm going to take the air filter off today, take this back part off today, get this off. I've took the exhaust valve off there. I don't actually know what that does. If anybody can tell me what this valve does on the exhaust, that would be brilliant. Just drop me a message and then I can have a look, see what it does, because I don't actually know what it does. And then basically we're getting somewhere near with it. So air filter off now, back subframe off, and that's it for today. Okay, so what we've done is we've actually took the tank off, we've took the hangers off, we took the exhaust off, we took the back piece off today. The bolts on this rear subframe was open gate off, but I couldn't get them off because they're seized in here and it's spinning the nuts. So I'm going to have to cut them off there and then get the nuts off and put new pins and rubbers on. They're actually a rubber bush with a steel insert that goes over the nut. The nut's going to be quite easy to get, I think, to be honest with you. The bolts, that's going to be easy to get. I took the air filter out as well to see what condition that was in, and the air filter itself was absolutely, it's been proper used to death. So I just can't believe that you have to take the tank off to get the air filter out. It's a bit of a bad design really, that is. But that's how it is. So that's it for today. We've done quite a bit for the couple of hours we've been working on it. The next step is going to get the subframe off tomorrow, and then once the subframe's off we can start taking the stuff like the air filter off, the air box off, and also the front controls and the front forks off. Once the front forks are off, it's going to be engine out there, and once the engine's out, that's it. It's basically up the powder coaters, get the frame done as quick as possible. I don't know what I'm going to do with the subframe yet. Either have it silver, which I think is going to be the original colour, get that sorted out, get that shot blasted and done, and also these hangers here, they're aluminium. Do I polish them? Do I spray them? I haven't got a clue yet. And behind some stuff off eBay, I think, to polish them up with, just to get them up and nice, because I've got need to do the other parts as well, and also that's bent, that needs straightening up, which isn't a problem. But so far today I've had a good day on it. We've had about 3 or 4 hours on it. We've done really well. I'm really happy today what we've done. It's just a pity that I couldn't have got them 2 bolts out there. As you can see, the subframe is actually loose, so you can get to look at the condition of the shock. So that's going to have some refurb and get done, new spring on, clean up, all sorted, job done there. And that's basically it for today. So thanks for watching this episode. There'll be a new video soon. I'll just show you all the bits I've got here. So I've got the tank, I've bagged them all up so that nothing's going to get lost. All the boxes and nuts and bolts, so nothing gets lost and all marked. So it's basically just a matter of getting that subframe off tomorrow or one night in the week if I get a chance. And then once I've done that, we can move on and start getting everything ready to get the engine out, get the frame powder coated. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thanks. See you soon. Bye.